Disclaimer: this is not a how you should train video, nor is it a form demonstration video. This is part of my current program, which is still a work in progress. Do not copy it mindlessly. This may be too much or too little volume for some. Get a coach or learn how to program by yourself for optimal results for your individual needs. With that being said, let's get on to the video. So my deadlift day basically began with me working up to a daily max single. It's not really a max, it's an RP9 single. In this case that was a 190 kilogram single, and let me just say, boy did it feel smooth. I warm up with 60 kilos, then 100, then 140, and then I give it a shot at 170, and it felt so light that I just went for 180. As you can see, the bar that I'm using here is a little bit bent, which, it's a little bit different than normal, but I switched gyms recently and this is the bar that I have, so this is what I have to work with for the next file. After that I did 5 triples with 145 kilograms, but I only recorded 4. I forgot to record the first one. It's up to you if you believe me or not. So yeah, these are not really supposed to be hard. They're mostly there for skill practice, so all of these they're supposed to be like RP6. They're supposed to be really like just there for skill practice and stuff. They're still gonna build some muscle, but like I have other stuff for hypertrophy and just volume in the area. This is just for me to get more technically efficient in the lift. It's not really super heavy. I will alternate this variation on a week-to-week basis, so in this case I'm using the standard conventional deadlift, but I undulate it with deficit deadlifts, rack pulls. Occasionally I will throw in like a sumo or a sumo block pull in order to relieve some stress from the back if I'm going too heavy on low bar squats. But yeah, that's basically the deadlift part of this deadlift video. Next up were some rows. I'm mostly doing these rows to target the upper back, hence why I'm actually a little bit more straight than usual, than you will be in a Penley row or even a normal Yates row. Yeah, so I did 3 sets of 8. I only recorded 1. Again, up to you if you will believe me or not. And yeah. Next up were some RDLs. The first set I did 110 kilograms for 10 reps. The second set I did 105 kilograms for 12 reps. No, for 15 reps. And then the third set I did 100 kilograms for 15 reps. The way that I progress in this is just with a basic double dynamic progression. Just trying to, get all of my sets to be 15 reps, and then I increase the weight. The reason that I do that is because I am doing this after I have done my deadlifts, so I would rather just keep the rep range high so I don't put more stress on my lower back than I need to. As you can see here, my range of motion, it's a little bit variable, but generally speaking I go down until about an inch or two below the knee. That's where I can feel the best stretch in my hams, and more than that I can round my lower back a little bit, and I will rather avoid that, especially since I'm doing this after the sets of deadlifts. I'm not using straps because I'm actually trying to improve my grip, and I really don't see the point. I'm not planning to compete on anything that allows straps, so yeah, I just don't see the point. And yeah, these were the RDLs. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I like to use a belt for all of my top sets, so I didn't use it to warm up, but after I got above 140 kilograms I started using a belt. And the reason that I'm using it for the RDLs is just so I don't really, it helps me to keep my back straight and just to keep it in a good position so that I can focus more on the hamstrings basically. After this I did some chin-ups. For some context, up until this point I was actually doing a underhand, I was basically using the lat pull down machine. But the reason that I switched to just conventional chin-ups is because in this gym that I switched to, it just doesn't fit me. The machine is just weird, it doesn't fit me properly, so yeah, instead of just struggling with that, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do some calisthenics with that. So yeah, what you're seeing are chin-ups, and what a surprise! I'm actually at my heaviest body weight, like ever, and I can still rep up like 9 chin-ups. Well, I did 8 in the last set because I was a little bit tired, but still, like I'm actually surprised. I can still rep up 9 chin-ups. I haven't done chin-ups, I'm pretty sure, since August of last year, back before gyms opened during the quarantine. I haven't done chin-ups since then, and I can still uh, have 9 in the tank, even though I'm actually like 6 or 7 kilos heavier than I was back during quarantine. So there you go. Apparently, I still got it. I'm planning to treat this with double dynamic progressions, or basically just move in the 8 to 12 rep range. Once I get to 12 reps, then I'm gonna add a little bit of weight, say like 5 pounds or so, and then I'm just gonna repeat that process. It might take me a long while to get to 12, but hey, I'm not in a rush. That's only an accessory anyways. And lastly, I did some rear delt flies. Um, I'm a little bit straight in some of these, so they're kind of like a hybrid of a lateral raise and a rear delt fly, but whatever. I'm still experimenting with the dumbbells, but I think the 15 pounds here are probably what I'm gonna stick with. Um, I was gonna say that this is double dynamic progression, but it's not really that. To be honest, this is mostly for pump and fluff. The only thing that I'm getting out of this is getting a nice pump in my rear delts. But I do find that it helps me. I like to work out my rear delts just within high rep range. So I will do this, and I will also have face pulls on other days of my training. And yeah, so I'm not using a whole lot of weight. I'm doing like 20 reps. I'm mostly focusing on just getting blood to the muscle, mostly just going for that pump, which I think is fine. I think it should be allowed to have like a pump and fluff exercise towards the end of the routine. I don't see anything wrong with that. And yeah, that's basically how I finished my routine. I will say that this is not really helping my deadlift, unlike most of the other exercises. This is mostly there so that I can prevent imbalances because of how much I'm using my front delts with the bench press and overhead press and the variations of it. And also just because, yeah, I think it's nice. I think it's good to just get the shoulders strong in all of the different positions so that you don't have to worry about them, being weak in a certain area and then, possibly getting injured because of it. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, I realized I usually do this workout, basically this split, this day of working out, this thing here. I am doing it currently just once a week. It is quite a lot of volume, and my spinal rectors, my hamstrings, it all gets like really pumped after it, and it gets sore for a little bit. So I make sure to have like a day off after that. And if I went too heavy or something, or maybe I miscalculated the RPE and I ended up hitting RPE 10 instead of RPE 9 in my single. If I end up in a situation like that, then I'm just gonna take volume off my next workout, which by the way is a low bar squat. It's on the squat. And yeah, that's basically about it. That was my deadlift day. I also do a few other things for deadlifts. I do regular pull-ups. I also do good mornings. The low bar squats also have a lot of carryover towards the conventional deadlift. So this isn't everything that I do for my deadlift, but like this is a very deadlift centric day, so to speak. And yeah, in case you want to see something similar for like my bench press or my low bar squat, just let me know. But like I don't have I like the deadlift. For those, I don't have a one day for them. I just split the volume across different days, across 3 days for the squat and the bench press, which is why I'm basically doing full body workouts 4 times a week, just because of the way that I end up, splitting my volume. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing that, maybe a weekly recollection of all of the exercises that I do to help my bench and my squat, then let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.